Welcome to Mock Interview Pro, where we're here to help you ace your next big interview as an environmental protection officer. Today, we'll be guiding you through some key questions you might face, giving you tips and examples to help you stand out. Let's dive right in with our first question. Can you share an experience where you collaborated with a cross-functional team to meet an environmental project goal? What exactly was your role? This question helps reveal your teamwork skills, ability to collaborate across different departments, and how you contribute to environmental initiatives. Here are some pointers to help you tackle this question confidently. Choose a specific project to discuss. Clearly explain your role in the team. Describe how the team worked together and the methods of collaboration you used. Highlight the positive impact of the project on the environment. Discuss any challenges you faced and how you overcame them. Now, let's look at a sample answer to bring these tips to life.
In a past role, I coordinated a project aimed at reducing plastic waste. I led a team consisting of marketing, operations, and sustainability departments. We met weekly to monitor progress and exchange updates. This collaboration resulted in a 30% reduction in plastic usage within 6 months. We faced resistance to change, but overcame it by presenting data-driven benefits.
By the way, we're only covering a handful of questions in this video, but I've prepared a free PDF with all 30 top interview questions for Environmental Protection Officer. It also includes example answers and tips to help you prepare with confidence. The download link is just below. Tell us about a time you disagreed with a stakeholder on an environmental issue. How did you handle it? This question assesses your conflict resolution abilities and how you manage differing opinions while maintaining strong relations. Let's explore some strategies to help you navigate this question. Provide a specific example of when a stakeholder disagreed with you. Explain your approach to understanding their viewpoint. Share the communication methods you used to address the disagreement. Describe any compromise or solution that was reached. Reflect on the outcome and lessons learned. Here's a sample answer to illustrate how to effectively address this question.
In a wetland restoration project, a local farmer was opposed to the regulations. I met with him to better understand his concerns about land use. By listening actively and sharing scientific data, we adapted the project to include buffer zones. This satisfied both environmental objectives and his agricultural needs, leading to successful restoration and improved community relations.
Can you give an example of a challenging environmental problem you solved in a previous job? This question is designed to evaluate your problem-solving skills and your ability to handle complex environmental challenges. Here are some tips to help you frame your response. Select a specific problem you encountered. Explain the context and why the problem was significant. Detail the steps you took to resolve the issue. Highlight the impact your solution had on the environment or the organization. Mention any teamwork or collaboration involved. Let's dive into a sample answer to see how you can approach this question.
In my previous role, we had an issue with industrial runoff contaminating a local river. I led a team to identify the sources, worked with local industry leaders, and implemented a new treatment process which reduced pollutants by 40% in 6 months.
Imagine you're notified of a hazardous chemical spill at a facility you oversee. What steps do you take to address the situation? This question tests your ability to handle emergency situations and your knowledge of safety protocols. To prepare your response, consider these practical steps. Assess the situation and gather information on the spill and chemical involved. Ensure safety by evacuating personnel from the area. Implement containment measures to prevent further spread. Notify relevant authorities and emergency response teams as per protocols. Document the incident and plan for cleanup and investigation. Let's look at an example to guide you in structuring your response.
Initially, I would assess the spill by collecting details about the chemical and the spill's extent. Ensuring safety, I'd evacuate all personnel, then implement containment measures to prevent any further spread of the hazardous substance. Simultaneously, I'd alert the necessary emergency services to assist with the situation.
A new law has introduced stricter emission limits. How would you help your organization adjust to this change? This question evaluates your ability to adapt to policy changes and your skills in planning and implementing compliance strategies. Here's how you can effectively tackle this question. Assess current emissions data to pinpoint areas needing adjustment. Develop a compliance plan outlining necessary changes and deadlines. Engage with stakeholders to secure support and gather input. Implement training sessions for staff on the new procedures and regulations. Monitor progress and adjust strategies as needed for compliance. Here's an example to help you envision how to structure your answer.
First, I would analyze our current emissions to identify areas exceeding the new limits. I'd then create a compliance plan with specific actions and timelines. Engaging key stakeholders early to gather insights and ensure support would also be crucial. Training staff on new procedures would ensure everyone is up to speed, and I'd closely monitor progress to adjust strategies as necessary.
Before we wrap up, remember you can get all 30 questions, example answers, and step-by-step tips in a handy PDF. Totally free. Just grab it below.